It appears Simone Biles has figured out a way to get back in the good graces of pro-blacks and liberals in general after previously defending her man when he said that he was the prize and she stood by him. And Riley Gaines got her wake-up call once again after getting shot down for speaking out against people donating money to Shiloh Hendricks following the whole Carmelo Anthony support when he stabbed a white teen in his heart. Because she's being called out for being a racist, because she's white, of course. Because she is in this back and forth with Simone Biles to get, again, back in the good graces of liberals because she decided to defend trannies, calling Riley Gaines a sore loser for campaigning against trans athletes. Now, remember, Simone Biles is a woman who quit the Olympics, whose brother got away with murder, and despite all of that, she's been able to be highly touted and highly praised. Again, only having a temporary pushback for defending her husband. So both of the people involved in this situation are just lip-tarded feminist scum. It's just that, one pretends to, be this conservative simply because she's speaking out against the trans issue. It's kind of like J.K. Rowling. She's still a feminist libtard. Doesn't matter if she's speaking out against the trans issue. It's just one issue. But overall, still a feminist libtard. But anyway, I don't know how much of a wake-up call it is, because you can still see her trying to ingratiate herself and prove that she's not racist. I just saw her make a post cheerleading some black female tennis player for winning. These niggas don't care about that. But anyway, the Simone Biles of it all. One post that was interesting that I wanted to highlight was that they called out, Simone Biles, who not too long ago had to testify against a predatorial male, Larry Nassar, for, the claims of abuse against him, which, I think he actually was found guilty of and is currently serving time for. Meanwhile, she's defending men pretending to be women and their predatory behavior. Because, whether it's men calling themselves trans or men actually sexually abusing women, they're both guilty of predatory behavior. It's just different kinds of predatory behavior. And women like Simone Biles prove that they support predatory behavior just as long as it's done by a man pretending to be a woman. And in her case, if it's someone like her brother, I'm sure she'll defend a so-called POC if he was predatory as well. I mean, again, her brother actually killed somebody and got away with it. Another black person, by the way. But yeah, and I think this all started because it was a part of some sort of body positivity campaign, and she used that as an opportunity to call out Riley Gaines. And yeah, I mean, again, this just further highlights why men of the past made it illegal for women to get involved in politics. Because both women support ideologies that only make their lives more difficult. Supporting this trans nonsense takes away opportunities from females like them. Now, the news is out there that, of course, Riley Gaines specifically didn't lose out on medals because she still had a couple of women in front of her. I believe she finished in 5th place. But the fact still remains, women and young girls get opportunities taken away from them by these men pretending to be women. And then the Simone Biles of the world, so that's the Simone Biles of the world defend. On the Riley Gaines aspect of it, they like to play dumb to the realities of race and crime in America. Pretending that we don't have a POC problem, primarily black, with a number of Latinos being the primary crime problem, which of course would then ultimately motivate people willing to support a woman like Shiloh for saying the N-word to a Negro child. But again, she used that as an opportunity to call people out for supporting that. And again, she's a woman, and specifically a white woman, supporting ideology that just endangers her life and makes her life tougher. Now, I'm sure she lives in a neighborhood where she's away from most of the minority crime, just as, Simone Biles is. But ultimately, if it does reaches a woman like that, because in some cases there are well-to-do women where the diversity crime does reach them, well, that reality being possible is only because women like Riley Gaines likes to ignore the diverse criminal aspect of what goes on in this country. And obviously we know Simone Biles, she'll ignore, the realities of trannies taking opportunities from females, men pretending to be females, and she will ignore the crime because, her brother is one of those types of people that participates in that crime. But again, this just further highlights the ultimate reality of living in a matriarchal society and why we have so many of the issues that we have in this country. A lot of them are led under feminist, matriarchal mentalities. Because we know the men that are involved in politics still come from a matriarchal household, a feminist mindset. And the thing about it is, Western countries, and specifically America, would be the most safest place for women. I mean, it's already up there now, especially when you go throughout history, but it would be even more safer if females like Riley Gaines and Simone Biles and women like them weren't involved.